All right, so today I'm going to show you how to build these little planter boxes right here. These are a 2x4. These are using fencing posts and a 2x4 right here. These are going to be painted black, and then this I think I'm going to just leave as is because I like the exposed wood and it kind of matches this retaining wall. This is what I had before, and I'm actually going to start taking these cucumbers and tomatoes out because I overplanted too many cucumber bushes. I have 4 more over there, and I'm the only one eating, so I don't know what I was thinking. I should have planted more cucumbers because my kids really like cucumbers, but you live and you learn. So I'm going to pick all the rest of the tomatoes that I have. I barely have any cucumbers because the season is pretty much over for them. It's too hot. That's why you see the leaves wither. And these are the initial boxes that I built when I was pregnant, and as you can see, they were fencing posts, and I just did a simple attachment using some screws on the sides. So nothing big, nothing major. I wasn't planning to do anything huge and sturdy because I knew that I was going to redo them, and this is the concept that I'm going to go with right here. And of course, mine is on the retaining wall. You can make yours taller if you're planning to do them more on the ground. So you could probably just double the size what I'm doing and showing you guys. It'll probably be a little bit more expensive, of course, because you're going to need more material, but it's pretty much the same concept, and they are actually very sturdy. So without further ado, let me show you how to build 3 of these under $40. All right, Mila, hush, please. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. I messed up. I said 3 under the 40. It's actually 2 under 40, which is still good because most of these pre-made are going to be $40 per each, and the size of them is probably going to be smaller. So again, it's going to be a 2x4 flower bed that's about 12 inches high or 10 inches high. Anyway, so this is 2 laid out. I have 2 more of these missing because I had some in the garage. So if you are making 2, you might need to buy another 2x4 to cut. So these are 12-inch increments. So you need a total of 8 of these for 1 flower bed. And the reason I'm telling you this is because these are going to be your support ones. So the way I did them is like this, and I'll show you exactly how I do them when I start screwing these. They are like this. They lay on top of each other, and these are like corner brackets, so to speak, for these slats right here. This is fencing. So this is basically 3 wooden posts or wooden fencing planks, whatever you want to call them. Anyway, you can get these in the garden place or a lot of times in the wood section. Again, treated wood. They are 8 foot long, so I cut 2 of them into halves. So they're 4 foots, and then 1 of them into 2s. So you'll only need 3 fencing posts, and they are about $3 a piece. So that's $9. This is probably a let's see, it's 12 inch, 12 inch, 12 inch, 12 inch, and this times 4. That's about an 8 foot 2x4. So that one is about like $3.97, so $4. So this all together right here is about $15. Of course, you got to include the nails, and then if you're going to do any kind of painting, again, still a good price for this. So again, same thing. These are going to be side planks, these are going to be the long planks, and these are going to be the corner brackets. And I'm using screws, but you can use nails if you want to. The size that I have is 1 1/4 inch. These are going to be for the small sides to actually drill in the fencing planks, and then these are going to be to drill the brackets that we're going to do for support. So let's just get started, and I'll show you exactly how to make one so you can see exactly how I did it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create 1 bracket, and I'll show you how to do that. That way you can see how to do the rest of them. So basically, you're going to stack them on top of each other like this, kind of like in a half a T. We're going to use these long screws, and I'm actually going to screw 3 of them, 1 top, 1 middle, 1 at the bottom. And you want it to go through this side right here so it creates a nice secure bracket to attach our fencing posts to, or fencing planks. So I'm using an electric drill My dad actually redone this. This was actually a battery operated one. He attached a wire to it. So, but I have used this thing for years and I really like it because it has more power than a battery operated one. So let's just get started. So we're gonna hold this tight and we're going to screw this in. So the first initial ones are going to be kind of hard because you have to hold it together, and screwing longer screws or nails makes it a little bit more challenging, but we can do it. You see, I got to hold this together so it doesn't fall apart and that I screw it in evenly. Okay, as I hit my head. So that's the first screw, and that will help to secure it. I usually start from the edge. You can start from the middle. Sometimes I feel like if I screw it wrong in the middle, then both of the edges are incorrect. So I just do it from one corner first, and then I do the other corner. It's crooked. That's 2, and this is 3. So again, make sure this is treated wood 2x4s because this is going to be outside and you want it to last and not rot. Okay. So this is what a bracket looks like. This is a 12-inch, and the reason I'm doing 12-inch, even though the planks are 5 inches width, is because I want a small ridge to go into the ground. Even if you're putting it on the flat surface on the ground, on the grassy area, I would kind of dig around it. That way it doesn't move around, and it kind of gives it more support. So that's why I create like a 2-inch or an inch ridge. That way it has some kind of a support and goes into the ground, because the planks are 5 inches, 5 inches. And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about as we continue with this process. So you need to make 3 more of these for one of the flower beds or garden beds. Of these are complete, so you want to line these up to where the longer slats are going to go over here and then the shorter ones are going to go over here, just so it offers more support for the longer piece. So just keep that in mind. So again, these are 12-foot brackets that we created, just screwing in 3 screws, 1 on each corner and 1 in the middle. Pretty solid. It's pretty firm, so it's not going to go anywhere. So the next step is to go ahead and screw in our slats using the shorter screws, because these are the longer screws. These are the 2.5 ones. We are going to use 1 1/4 screws to screw in our slats because those are only about 1 inch thickness, or not even 1 inch. So let's go ahead and show you how to do that. Align them up. Mila, honey, I need you to put that back and listen to me. So as you can see, these are 12-foot or 12-inch slats or brackets right here, and these are about 5-footers. Sometimes with this kind of wood, they're a little bit off. They're not exactly 5. So you have about 1 inch ridge over here. So I just line it up to where the top is kind of seamless with the bracket. And then I'm going to go ahead and put 2 of the screws here, 2 over here, and then 2 on each side. So let's go ahead and screw these in. So it's pretty much done. I did the sides. This is how I do the sides with these, just because sometimes they can be a little warped because these are like fencing planks. What I do is I align them with the top first, so these are nice and seamless, because this is what's going to be shown at the top. Bottom, I don't really care if it's a little bit uneven. Sometimes it ends up being uneven, but it's pretty sturdy this size. So the next step is to lay this plank over top of this, align it, and then screw these in to this plank. So let's get that screwed in. And here it is, and this is what it looks like. So well, it doesn't really matter. Those little cuts right there, as you can see, like the fencing posts, they have those little ridges. It's okay. They don't have to be seamless, but if you're a perfectionist and you must have it, then you might want to like cut an inch off of the longer ones, and so it's gonna end up being like 3 foot and 8 inches or 3 foot and 9 inches, depending on the slats. This is a garden bed. I didn't really care about it being perfect as far as all the lines, just as long as the top was kind of seamless here. It was nice and secure, and it's pretty sturdy. And I think part of it is because it's the size that it is. It's 2 by 4 in length and then in width. And then it has these nice strong brackets to hold it together, and that's kind of what it looks like. So I'm going to paint these black right here and expose this wood, because what I love about these kind of wooden things is over time it ages and it kind of has different colors to it, different color wood. So I'm just going to leave it, kind of make it look a little rustic, but the black is going to kind of match the playhouse theme and the black in our house that we have, or around our house. So yeah, I'm about to get started on the second one, but this one took me literally about 20 minutes to do. Very simple. You don't have to have any cutting tools. You could just have somebody at Home Depot or Lowe's cut it for you, and all you have to do is put it together when you get home. So this is easy transport. If you have a smaller car, you can fit 4 planks into it, 4-foot planks. And you could just create something like this, either for around your area that's flat surface, kind of like this, like a flat grassy area, or you can put them maybe on like a hill, kind of like what I have. So yeah, this is what it looks like. I'm about to get started on the second one.